Yo, extremely yo. I'm reaching out to some Breadtubers in the hopes of being able to amplify some initiatives for people who desperately need the additional help. And I'll cut to the chase by saying that we've been raising money for people in online spaces for over 4 years now. We've been able to raise over $30,000 for people who have desperately needed the help, which you'll see represented in some screenshots in this video. And many of the community members we've raised money for have come from streamer spaces. These spaces include Facebook groups for individuals who watch Breadtubers like you and other Breadtubers as well. And what I found is that many of the members of these online spaces truly represent the best of the left. Their value isn't merely represented by how knowledgeable many of them are, or by how politically literate many of them tend to be. The individuals within these spaces in particular have come through for an astonishing number of people who have urgently required the additional help. These initiatives have been for people whose entire living situations have collapsed underneath them. People who have required rigorous intervention in order to prevent the worst and most ruinous outcomes. And many of these people are the best leftists I've ever known, not just because they've followed your example of political efficacy. They also embody the primary thrust of our collective worldview, which is that no one should have to endure the hardships that many of us are faced with, and that if someone ever is faced with an unacceptably difficult situation, that will intervene until that person is safe. So basically what I'm asking for is for some potential collaboration. As things become worse under fascist consolidation, we're finding it to be extremely difficult to keep up with the demand that we've been faced with from members from these communities. If we're able to get even just a few streamers to be willing to collaborate and amplify these initiatives in some way, either by advertising with fundraisers that they've endorsed, or by allowing either myself or a collaborator to share these fundraisers in one of your spaces, whether it's a Discord server or subreddit, then it can make every difference for people who are struggling under the current political environment. I know that some of you have probably received a lot of mutual aid requests, and that a lot of this is going to come down to trust and how myself and the people that I've worked with distinguish ourselves from the requests that you've received. But hopefully the results of what we've been able to accomplish can legitimize our efforts to you. But prospectively, we also don't purely want this to be based on a system of trust. We are currently exploring and hoping to aspire to establishing some kind of nonprofit organization, that is able to certify our initiative and the help that we're able to provide for people. So just for the sake of any kind of additional certainty on your side, we are trying to make this less about trusting us as individuals and more having just that kind of additional legitimacy as an organization. And with your help, we may be able to make the necessary difference for an innumerable number of people who will be requiring the additional help and the additional assistance. So thank you for paying attention to this video. I know that a lot of you are busy. Hopefully we can lay some groundwork, start a process of some degree of collaboration so that we can help people who need it. And if nothing else, then just be sure to